Hello and welcome to yet another brand new episode of Colors of India, your weekly cultural diary on Rajya Sabha TV. I am Teena with all the latest on the cultural front in the week gone by. Let's begin with the highlights of today's episode. We begin this week with a group exhibition that celebrates master painter S.H. Raza's vision of art. Next, a photography exhibition by All India Working News Cameramen Association. And finally, an effort to bring legendary poet-composers of Khayal Gharanas to centre stage. The Raza Foundation recently presented a group exhibition, Individual Palettes, to commemorate the 97th birth anniversary of noted modern artist S.H. Raza. Curated by veteran artist Rameshwar Bruta, the group show exhibited works by 21 artists, celebrating individual voices of art expressed on canvas. Take a look for yourself. More than 20 artists got together at the Triveni Kala Sangam in Delhi to showcase their common vision and love for innovative and experimental art. Curated by artist Rameshwar Bruta and presented by the Raza Foundation, the group art show titled Individual Palettes featured artists from the Triveni Kala Sangam studio. The idea behind the exhibition was to highlight how individualism defines the Triveni artists' approach towards art.
I'm doing painting from last 16-17 years in Triveni only under Rameshwar Bruta sir. And I started with the figurative, but later on I changed it to the different materials. I am playing with the different materials, whatever the thrown away materials. So I mix it with the cements and other things and try to give them new life.
In this show, my painting has been displayed. Name of this work is The Flying Time. It's like how we keep sitting and how life moves on, and we are just sitting at one place, or we keep changing, and how time changes us in our lifespan.
There was no fixed theme for artists. They were free to choose their own themes and portray it in their works. Through artworks on display, the 15-day exhibition showed the individual journey of each artist. The show celebrated the idea of mentorship at Triveni Kala Sangam, which encourages its artists to not clone their mentor or guru, but find their own individual voices.
यहाँ पे मैं गैलरी में विज़िट करता हूँ, एग्जीबिशंस देखता हूँ, अलग अलग आर्टिस्ट के काम यहाँ पे देखने को मिलते हैं। तो ये अभी फ़िलहाल जो ग्रुप एग्जीबिशन है, तो इसमें अलग अलग आर्टिस्ट के काम लगे हुए हैं। तो मतलब लाइक आर्टिस्ट है तो आर्ट इज़ अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ अ सोसाइटी। जो भी सोसाइटी में काम मतलब अपडेट्स होते हैं वो आर्टिस्ट अपने व्यू के थ्रू रिप्रेजेंट करता है। तो यहाँ के कुछ काम थे तो उसमें टेक्सचरल पेंटिंग्स है और आर्टिस्ट के थॉट प्रोसेस उन्होंने रिप्रेजेंट किए। तो बहुत ही बढ़िया फीलिंग है यहाँ पे जो गैलरी का।
Artists use different medium like painting, ceramic and sculpture to express their inner thoughts, fantasies and imagination. Painter Valentina Shurulova depicted her spiritual connection in her work Painting of the Sea. Valentina received training in representational painting and drawing from the Shevchenko State Art School of Kiev in Ukraine. She joined Triveni Kala Sangam in 2014 and since then has been working under the guidance of Rameshwar Bruta.
I came to India because of Sahaja Yoga. I studied Sahaja Yoga meditation in Canada, and I was teaching it for 5 years before I decided to come to India. And in India, the experience of meditation is much deeper. My work is also relates to the spiritual seeking that I am pursuing in my life. And this particular painting, it's all about self-realization, how we struggle through our everyday life, our attachments and misidentifications which we have within ourselves, how we struggle to achieve that essence, to understand the truth about ourselves and to reach the spiritual essence that is within us.
Another artist, Rukirat Vohra, worked with metal wood to create composite forms from malleable lead that has a low heating point. Before pursuing her passion for arts, Vohra worked with an architecture firm, and her past experience reflected in her work, bringing to it an abstract quality.
पहले तो होता था कि मेटल को मैं ऐसे फेंकती थी तो उसके जो फॉर्म्स आते थे, पर थोड़ा करने के बाद, एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के बाद, जब गरम मेटल के साथ ही औजारों के साथ उसके अंदर काम करना सीखा, शुरू करा, करते करते गलतियाँ करते करते कंट्रोल में आना शुरू हुआ, फिर कार्विंग करनी शुरू करी लकड़ी के ऊपर और फिर धीरे धीरे इसमें बहुत मज़ा आने लग पड़ा। तो इसका नाम मैंने इन सर्च इसलिए रखा है क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगा है कि खुद की खोज है और क्योंकि आर्किटेक्चर बैकग्राउंड है मेरा, तो वो लाइन वर्क और पर्सपेक्टिव हमेशा इसका एक अहम हिस्सा होता है मेरे कॉम्पोजिशंस का।
The group show was divided into 3 galleries: Sridharani Gallery, Triveni Gallery and Open Air Gallery. The individual palettes gave shape to an artist's imagination, feelings and individual vision, removing all barriers and inhibitions. The show indeed was a visual delight for art lovers. The 2-week-long exhibition was part of the 3rd edition of Raza Utsav, the festival that celebrates visual arts, ideas, poetry, classical music and classical dance. It is an attempt to keep alive the legacy of the iconic painter and also celebrate his love for art and culture. We hope you like this multi-arts festival. With that, time for a quick break on the show. Lots more coming up on the other side. Do stay with us. On the other side of the break, a photography exhibition. Welcome back after the break. It is said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. In fact, some pictures convey a story better than a lot of written words. An exhibition of such powerful photographs was inaugurated by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu in New Delhi recently. Called The Big Picture, the exhibition was organized by the Working News Cameramen Association. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu inaugurated the 5th biannual photo exhibition, The Big Picture, in Delhi recently. Organized by the All India Working News Cameramen Association, the exhibition showcased over 300 photographs by the country's 70 senior photographers. While addressing the gathering, the Vice President said, "Photos are one of the best medium of expression and information." He asserted that photography is not just a communication tool, but also an influential medium to spread awareness. It allows us to narrate our story and shows others the framing of the world around us.
Photos are one of the best medium of expression and information. The pictures photojournalists provide us an authentic chronicle of myriad events covered by them. A picture is worth 1,000 words, that's the saying. So says the well-known idiom. In fact, some of the news photos convey the whole story. The Big Picture, as the title of this exhibition has been aptly named.
All India Working News Cameramen Association, which is a national body of print and electronic visual media working journalists, organizes this exhibition every 2 years. This was the 5th public photo exhibition of the collective work of WNCA members, where the works of the country's renowned photojournalists were exhibited.
ये देश का सबसे बड़ा फोटो शो है और जो फोटो जर्नलिस्टों का इतना बड़ा शो तो कभी होता ही नहीं है, सिर्फ ये WNCA ही कराती है और हम लोग अपने सारे मेंबर्स का जो शो है जिसमें आप देश के सबसे वरिष्ठ फ़ोटो जर्नलिस्ट जिनका नाम लेंगे एस पॉल साहब जो अब नहीं रहे, उनको भी हम ट्रिब्यूट दे रहे हैं।
The photographs on display covered a wide range of news events, from disasters to celebrations, reflecting how photojournalists bring us the news in all circumstances. In the course of discharging their duties, cameramen cover a wide range of events. At times, they also face tough, hostile and challenging situations. But irrespective of the difficulties and professional hazards, they try to overcome all odds and capture the unfolding event. Their objective is to produce truthful and bold images that convey stories behind them. We hope you like this collective work of working camera persons. On that note, time for another quick break on the show. Still more coming up on the other side. Don't go anywhere. On the other side of the break, we talk about the Wakikars of the Khayal Gharanas. Welcome back once again. In Hindustani music, Khayal compositions, also called bandish, play a very significant role. The one who composes a bandish is called a Wakikar. A book on the legendary Wakikars or composers of Khayal Gharanas of the Hindustani classical music was unveiled in the national capital recently. The book has been composed by artist and researcher Kumar Diwan. Artist and researcher Kumar Diwan brought to life some rare compositions of Khayal Gharana in her recent book, The Legendary Wakigar of Hindustani Classical Music of Khayal Gharanas. The book was launched at an event in New Delhi, which saw the presence of a host of dignitaries from the music fraternity. Padma Shri awardee Sumitra Guha was the chief guest at the event. Published by Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts under the mentorship of Dr. Bharat Gupta, the book offers 110 bandish or songs from the 11 gharanas of the Indian classical music.
ये जो प्रोजेक्ट हमने बनाया है इसका शीर्षक है वाग्गेयकार। तो इसमें 110 बंदिशें 11 घरानों की रिकॉर्ड की गई हैं। इसका प्रयोजन ये है कि वाग्गेयकार जो होता है यानी जो एक बंदिश या एक पद की रचना करता है, फिर उस पद को संगीतबद्ध करता है राग, ताल और रस के अनुरूप और अपने घराने की विशेषताओं को दिखाने के अनुरूप। तो इस प्रकार से 110 बंदिशें 11 घरानों की रखी गई हैं।
In Hindustani music, Khayal compositions or bandish play an important role. It is said that a bandish is a veritable embodiment of the rag, the fundamental vehicle or mode of expression of rag and the rag mood. All main gharanas of the Hindustani classical music have had famous singers who have composed bandish for them. Dr. Kumar Diwan says the idea of her writing the book is an attempt to revive the rare bandish so that music lovers, music researchers and connoisseurs can get to know more about them.
The idea of writing this book is that, the students, the connoisseurs, the rasikas, the researchers of Hindustani classical music will have access to 110 bandishes that we have compiled in this book. We have done 10 bandish per Vagyekar in this book. So that's a huge collection of the bandishes which may not be heard or sung in concerts and people may not be familiar with them. These are not what we call taksali bandishes or the most popular or the most prevalent bandishes or the most often sung bandishes in concerts. They are not even Gharana specific because they are specific to that particular Vagyekar or the composer. So this is a huge reservoir of information as well as learning base for the researcher, for the students of music, for the connoisseurs of music, for the rasikas of music, and it's a very, very big contribution to Indian classical music.
On the occasion, musician Satish Deshpande presented some rare compositions of the Khayal Gharana. He also emphasized on the importance of each bandish that he sang.
कितना कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होता जाता है देखो गुण रंग रस अधिक सोच मतवारु सजन सुंदर सुगर जनवाया जमुन Zare gamada ni da gare ni da mada re ni da gamada ni da da ni da dam mag gare re sa ni sa
ये IGNC का और भरत गुप्ता के सहभाग से मार्गदर्शन से कुमुद दीवान जी ने जो ये ग्रंथ सिद्ध किया है इसकी उपयोगिता मैं बहुत ज़्यादा समझता हूँ क्योंकि इसमें हमारे हिंदुस्तानी शास्त्रीय संगीत के 10 मूर्धन्य वाक्यकारों का परिचय उनके द्वारा रचित बंदिशें और उनका उसी घराने के शिष्यों प्रशिष्यों द्वारा गायन ये सब संकलित है इस किताब।
One of the finest things about Kumud Diwan's book is that it introduces at least 11 Indian classical vocalists and their compositions never heard before. The book will not just benefit music lovers, it will offer readers a glimpse of the lost tradition. And time now for our weekly cultural calendar, where we tell you all about the upcoming cultural events in your city. Chennai will host the event Anand 2019 Chintai Gurvaram at the Music Academy, TTK Road, 6:30 p.m. on the 7th of March. Kolkata will host Dhruv Sandhya, an evening of bells and strings at Uttam Manch, Manohar Pukur Road, 5:45 p.m. onwards on the 8th of March. An event Living Traditions Festival of Chhattisgarh will be held at Experimental Theatre, NCPA Nariman Point in Mumbai, 6:30 p.m. on 2 days, 8th and 9th of March. Kannada play Akshayambara will be staged at Ranga Shankara, JP Nagar in Bengaluru, 7:30 p.m. again on 7th and 8th of March. And a Kathak recital by Sudeep Chakrabarti is scheduled to be held at the Stein Auditorium, India Habitat Centre, Lodi Road, 7 p.m. onwards on the 5th of March. If similar cultural events are being held in your city, you can send us details on sabrang.rstv@gmail.com. We'll try and include those in our weekly cultural calendar. You can also send us your feedback and suggestions about our program. In case you missed the television broadcast, you can watch the episode on YouTube and Twitter. So that's it from us this week on Colors of India. We'll be back same time next week with another brand new edition. Until then, take good care of yourself. It's a goodbye from the entire team.
Sare gamada madage gamari regere sada aaj mo